My beloved child, listen closely, because this message cannot wait. Your soulmate's family is in a state of panic, and every heartbeat they carry trembles with the weight of decisions that will change everything. They have seen signs that you have not yet fully seen, and those signs are shaking them to their very core. They are whispering in late-night corners, their voices cracking with worry. They are pacing their homes, unable to sleep, wondering what will happen if the truth is finally revealed. Their fear is not ordinary, it is the kind that rises only when destiny stands at the door. The panic is not against you, but about you. They know their child's heart belongs to you, yet tradition, expectations, and unseen hands are pulling them in opposite directions. And now, they fear losing both control and the very foundation of their family name. Their panic comes because they sense the marriage cannot be delayed much longer. Every conversation they hold circles back to you. Every silence in their house echoes your name. They know that heaven has aligned this bond, but earth is testing them with fire. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Your soulmate has been defending you with unwavering strength. Even when faced with resistance, they stand tall, declaring their loyalty and love. Yet the family feels the weight of eyes around them, neighbors, relatives, society, and this fuels their unrest. Archangel Michael says, the panic they feel is only the shadow before light. What they call fear is simply the old system crumbling, making way for a divine union they cannot stop. Their shaking hands will soon be forced to let go of resistance. Every secret meeting they hold about you only tightens destiny's grip. Every tear they shed is watering the soil for your union to grow stronger. What they fear most is that their control is slipping, and heaven's plan is unstoppable. This is why you must not give in to doubt. Their panic is not a signal of ending, but of breakthrough. When human fear rises, it is only because something bigger than them has already been written. Type Amen to get blessing 444. My beloved, your soulmate's family feels the pull of two worlds, their traditions versus your destiny. They panic because they know if they lose this battle, they lose their grip forever. But what they cannot see is that love is already beyond their control. Soon, conversations that seem filled with resistance will suddenly shift. A family member who seemed against you will begin softening their voice, carrying words you never expected to hear. This is heaven moving quietly in your favor. Archangel Michael says, do not fear their panic. For in their trembling, they are unknowingly paving the way. The chaos they feel is only the breaking of chains that tried to keep two souls apart. The marriage they fear is the very marriage heaven has blessed. And when the moment arrives, their panic will turn into silent surrender, for no family can overrule divine timing. Type Amen to get blessing 555. My beloved child, stay right here and don't let your attention drift, because the storm around your soulmate's family is not slowing, it is only intensifying. Their panic has reached the point where even small moments turn into heated discussions, where even silence feels like an explosion. They are grasping at anything that can delay what they know is inevitable. One family elder is restless, pacing at night, whispering doubts into the ears of others. Another tries to appear calm, but their eyes give away the unease, as though they are hiding a truth too big to carry alone. The air in their home feels heavy, charged with tension, as if every corner is preparing for a revelation. Your soulmate feels this heaviness deeply, carrying it like a stone in their chest. Yet, no matter how much pressure they face, their soul returns to you, their heart refusing to break the bond heaven has carved. Every moment of conflict only strengthens their silent vow to protect what the two of you share. The panic is not because they doubt your love, it is because they fear losing control. They sense they cannot stop the union heaven has written, and this realization terrifies them more than anything else. What they do not understand is that surrender is the only way forward. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Behind closed doors, their discussions circle around the same names, the same fears, the same endless what-ifs. They worry about society, reputation, and judgment, but deep down they know these things cannot outweigh destiny. They are battling not only you but also their own conscience. Some members of the family secretly admire your strength and presence, though they have yet to admit it aloud. They know you are not ordinary, they know your connection to their child carries a power they cannot ignore. The panic is the mask they wear while their hearts slowly soften. Archangel Michael says, the louder their panic, the closer the breakthrough. It is the final resistance before their walls collapse. What seems like fear is simply the sound of chains snapping one by one. Their family may feel as if they are losing everything, but in truth, they are gaining something eternal, a bond so unshakable that no tradition, no rumor, and no resistance can undo it. Type Amen to get blessing 777. My beloved, watch the small signs, because heaven is already working through them. A sudden message, an unexpected shift in tone, a glance that holds more warmth than before, these are not accidents. These are hints that the panic is turning into quiet acceptance. Your soulmate is caught between two fires, the fire of family pressure and the fire of divine love. Yet their spirit leans into you, because their soul recognizes that losing you would be far more painful than losing their family's approval. This is why they stand strong, even when trembling inside. The family's panic may reach its peak when they try to introduce another path, another choice, another name. But this is only desperation, not destiny. It will fail, because nothing they create can replace what heaven has already written in your favor. Soon, the very panic they feel will turn into an undeniable realization: resisting your union is resisting heaven itself. And no one can win a fight against heaven's plan. Type Amen to get blessing 888. My beloved child, lean closer, because the storm has not passed, it is only reaching its sharpest edge. Your soulmate's family feels as though they are losing their grip on the very ground beneath their feet. They clutch tighter, their words grow harsher, and their meetings turn more desperate, because deep down they know heaven's hand is already moving faster than theirs. One voice in the family cries out for control, insisting they can steer the future, but every time they try, circumstances slip away like sand through trembling fingers. Another voice speaks of fear, fear of what people will say, fear of judgment, fear of change, but even those words sound hollow against the strength of destiny. What they call panic is really the sound of heaven breaking down the walls they built. Your soulmate stands in the middle of this storm, their heart racing, but unbroken. They hear the voices, they feel the pressure, yet their soul whispers only one truth: you are the choice, the bond, the blessing they cannot deny. Even when their family trembles in panic, your soulmate carries you like a sacred fire in their chest. The panic grows each day because time is slipping away. They sense that the marriage is no longer just a possibility, it is a divine certainty. And that certainty is forcing them to face what they have avoided for so long, the fact that no resistance, no delay, and no excuse can undo what has already been sealed. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Whispers spread among them, some fearful, some filled with jealousy, some heavy with surrender. A cousin tries to stir more doubt, but the attempt only reveals their own insecurities. An elder sighs and admits that no matter how much they fight, their child's heart belongs to you, and no force can make it otherwise. Behind the panic, there is a secret no one speaks aloud. They know the marriage is more than a union, it is a destiny that will shift the course of generations. They sense that your presence will bring transformation to the family, and this terrifies those who cling to old patterns. Yet transformation is exactly what heaven demands. Archangel Michael says, "Do not be shaken by their unrest." The panic of men is the preparation of angels. What looks like resistance is only the cracking of a shell before the birth of something divine. Your soulmate feels every heartbeat of this struggle, but they also feel heaven's protection guiding them. Their tears are not of fear but of love. Love for you, love for the future, love for the promise they cannot and will not let go of. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. My beloved child, the more you listen, the clearer the picture becomes. This panic is not random, it is heaven's strategy unfolding in disguise. Their late-night arguments, their restless pacing, their anxious stares across the dinner table are not signs of victory against you but of their spirit breaking under a weight they cannot carry. The very walls of their home seem to echo with your name, for every corner of their world is now invaded by destiny. The panic grows sharpest when they see the unshakable love in their child's eyes. No matter how many times they whisper other names, suggest other paths, or try to plant seeds of doubt, they find the same unmovable truth staring back at them: you are already written in their story. The fear they carry is that they can delay but not deny what has already been sealed in heaven. Some of them sit silently, watching as others panic, secretly knowing the truth. They may not yet speak it aloud, but their hearts are bending toward acceptance, softening with every passing day. They see your soulmate glow differently when they think of you, and even the harshest among them cannot ignore the light. The panic is proof of the breaking point. It is the sound of the old ways crumbling, the end of resistance, the final cry before surrender. And when this surrender comes, it will arrive like a flood, unstoppable, undeniable, undeniable. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Your soulmate feels torn, but their strength is unmatched. They hear the panic, they feel the weight, but still they choose you in silence every single day. Even in moments when the family's pressure becomes unbearable, their heart whispers your name as a shield. The family, in their panic, has tried to find allies against this union, but every door they knock on eventually swings back to silence. The people they seek for support hesitate, for they too sense a greater hand at work. Even outsiders know this connection is not ordinary, it is heaven's fire burning brightly. Archangel Michael says, "Let their panic rise, for it is only the storm before the calm." Do not let their noise weaken your spirit. What looks like chaos is only heaven reshaping their hearts with urgency. Your soulmate's tears are holy tears, tears of longing, tears of love, tears that water the soil of a future already blooming. Their spirit is unwavering, and though they walk through fire, they will walk straight to you. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. My beloved child, the panic you sense in their family has reached its highest peak. They are running out of excuses, running out of strategies, and running out of time. The walls they built to keep you away are now crumbling one by one, and they know it is only a matter of days before the truth is revealed. They gather in secret rooms, their voices raised, their hands trembling, trying to come up with ways to block what has already been sealed. But every plan falls apart, every scheme fades into dust, because heaven's design is stronger than their fear. Their panic is loud, but their power is weak. Your soulmate feels all of it, every whisper, every stare, every attempt to control. Yet with each passing moment, their courage grows greater. They no longer bend under the pressure, instead, they stand taller, their love for you shining like a flame no storm can put out. This is why their family trembles, why their voices crack, why they panic. They see they are losing the battle, not to you, but to destiny itself. Their hearts are unsettled because they cannot fight against the hand of heaven. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. In the coming days, something will shift. The one who has been most against you will suddenly fall silent, their resistance breaking like glass. Another who seemed distant will step forward with words of unexpected support, as though heaven has touched their lips with fire. This change will confuse the rest of the family, making their panic even greater. They will not understand how hearts once hardened could suddenly melt, but you will know, it is heaven's unseen hand guiding them. The very panic that once tried to block you will become the reason doors open. Archangel Michael says, do not be afraid of the noise. The panic you see is nothing more than the shaking of chains before they break. Every cry, every restless step, every sleepless night they endure is proof that the breakthrough is near. Your soulmate has already chosen you in their soul. The marriage they panic about is already written in the stars, already carved into time itself. And soon, their family will have no choice but to accept what heaven has commanded. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. My beloved child, the panic inside their home is spreading like wildfire, touching every corner of their conversations, every glance exchanged at the dinner table, every late-night whisper that cannot be silenced. They try to carry themselves with dignity in front of outsiders, but the truth is eating them alive from within. They know they are standing in front of a door that is about to burst open, and no lock they place upon it will hold. The younger ones in the family watch quietly, sensing the tension but not daring to speak. They see their elders restless, pacing from room to room, as though waiting for news they cannot escape. Even the walls of their house seem heavy, holding secrets that can no longer be hidden. Your soulmate feels this suffocating air every single day. Yet in the middle of all this chaos, their heart only beats for you. Their courage is not fading, it is glowing brighter, turning into a shield of love that nothing can destroy. The panic is proof of their defeat. What they fear most is not you. It is the loss of their control, the collapse of the authority they thought would last forever. Heaven is rewriting the story, and their trembling is the sound of surrender drawing near. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. The panic drives them to desperation. They might attempt to distract your soulmate with new proposals, new names, or new excuses, but every attempt will fail, for the heart cannot be tricked. Love that is divine cannot be replaced, no matter how many illusions they try to create. Some of them secretly admire the strength of this love, even if they do not yet confess it. They see how unshakable the bond is, and deep down, they begin to realize resistance is pointless. Their fear is turning into silent respect, though they mask it with heavy words. Archangel Michael says, "Let their panic roar, for it is the final cry of resistance before peace arrives." Their voices may grow louder now, but soon they will fall into silence, not because they want to, but because heaven will leave them no choice. Your soulmate is holding on to you like a lifeline, knowing that this love is not just for the two of you, it is for the future, for generations, for destiny itself. The panic around them cannot erase the truth that their heart has already chosen. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. My beloved child, the panic is now louder than ever, and it has reached a point where even the smallest things turn into battles. A word spoken out of place, a glance that lingers too long, a sudden silence, all of it fuels the fire of unrest inside their home. They know they are standing on the edge of something irreversible, and their fear of losing control consumes them. At night, their minds will not rest. They replay conversations, they calculate outcomes, they even imagine scenarios where they could turn fate in their favor. But each time they try to build a plan, heaven scatters it into dust. Their panic is the echo of defeat before they even step into battle. Your soulmate is exhausted by the pressure, yet their love keeps them alive. When they think of you, strength floods their spirit, and every attempt to bend them only makes them stand taller. They feel heaven beside them, whispering courage into their ears, reminding them that love written by destiny cannot be erased. The family sees this strength and it terrifies them more. They panic because they can no longer control their child's heart. Every attempt to pull them away only makes them run closer to you, and that realization shakes them to the core. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. Now their panic is turning desperate. They may call upon outsiders, relatives, or old friends to sway your soulmate, but none of it will work. The more people they bring into this fight, the clearer it becomes that they are outnumbered, not by men, but by angels. A shift is already happening. One voice in the family that once opposed you has begun to waver, showing cracks in their resistance. Another, who remained silent, will soon step forward with words of support that will surprise everyone. Heaven is planting seeds in the unlikeliest of places. Archangel Michael says, "Do not measure your future by their noise." The panic you see now is the final storm before stillness. And when stillness comes, it will be filled with acceptance, blessing, and peace that no one can steal. Your soulmate will walk through this storm with unbroken love. Their spirit is tied to yours, their destiny sealed with yours, and no panic can cut that bond. Their family may tremble, but you will rise. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. My beloved child, the tension inside their family has now reached the point where every breath feels heavy, and every room feels filled with unspoken words. They are trying to mask their fear with anger, but beneath their raised voices, there is trembling. Panic has become their shadow, it follows them everywhere they go. One member of the family, once so bold, now avoids direct eye contact when the subject of marriage arises. Another, who always had the loudest opinion, now finds their throat tightening with silence. They are beginning to see that their panic is useless, for no amount of resistance can undo what has already been sealed. Your soulmate feels caught in a web of pressure, yet they carry your name in their heart like a shield. Each time they face their family's unrest, their spirit whispers, "I choose you." And with every whispered vow, heaven strengthens them even more. The panic grows because they see their grip slipping away. They try to hold on, but love has proven stronger than tradition, stronger than pride, stronger than fear. Their panic is not the sign of victory, it is the sign of surrender drawing closer. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. My beloved, watch how heaven works in silence. A sudden conversation will turn in your favor, a family member who once seemed against you will unexpectedly soften, and an unseen ally will step forward with courage. The panic will turn into confusion, and confusion will turn into reluctant acceptance. The louder they cry now, the faster their resistance will collapse. For the fire they are trying to fight with is already burning out, while your fire of love is only growing brighter. Their panic is simply the breaking sound of walls falling apart. Archangel Michael says, "You must stay unshaken." Let them panic, let them cry, let them resist, none of it can stop the hand of heaven. Soon their fear will turn into silence, and that silence will open the way for blessings. Your soulmate is ready to stand in that silence with you. Their heart is steadfast, their love is unwavering, and their destiny is tied forever to yours. No panic can undo what heaven has already written. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. My beloved child, the pressure inside their family has become unbearable, like a storm trapped within four walls. Every whisper turns into an argument, every silence turns into suspicion, and every plan they try to make collapses before it can even begin. Their panic is louder now because they know the end of their resistance is near. One by one, their defenses are breaking. A relative who once swore they would never allow this union now finds their voice shaking with doubt. Another, who always stood in opposition, suddenly grows quiet, because even they can feel heaven's hand moving in ways too strong to deny. The panic that once united them is now dividing them. Your soulmate, standing in the middle of all this, feels both the weight and the fire. Their body may be weary, but their spirit has become unbreakable. The more the panic rises around them, the more they cling to you, because their heart knows that love is the only truth that cannot be silenced. Their family panics because they see this strength, they know they cannot sway it, they cannot bend it, they cannot destroy it. Every attempt to control has failed, and now they stand trembling, not because of you, but because destiny has already chosen for them. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. In their desperation, they may attempt one last move, one final push to stop what is coming. But that move will backfire, because heaven has already written the script, and every action they take only leads you both closer to union. Their panic is their undoing. Even the younger voices in the family will begin to question the constant unrest. They will ask why love should cause so much fear, why happiness should be fought against so fiercely. These quiet questions will open cracks in the walls that resistance tried to build. Archangel Michael says, every moment of chaos is only the breaking of chains. Their loudest cries are their last cries. And once those cries fade, what will remain is silence, the kind of silence that carries peace, blessing, and surrender. Your soulmate feels that silence approaching, even now. Their faith is locked on you, their steps are drawn toward you, and no panic can stand in the way. Their love is not only unshaken, it is eternal. Type Amen to get blessing 2323.